Hey everyone, my name is Jasmine and today I'll be guiding you through a 45-minute full body strengthening yoga flow. Be sure to take any breaks that you need along the way and make any modifications that you might need. Gather any props that you might need for your practice today and we'll begin standing at the top of your mat. Finding yourself in mountain pose today with your shoulders stacked over your hips and your hips stacked over your heels, and bringing all of your attention and awareness to this present moment. You can have your eyes open or closed here, and just begin to bring awareness to your breath, lengthening your inhales and your exhales, and letting everything else go. On your next inhale, you'll begin to reach out and reach up. Bring your fingertips towards the sky and maybe shifting your gaze as well. Continue to inhale until you're completely full, and then exhale your hands back down to your sides. Continuing moving here with your own breath, inhaling as you reach out and reach up. And exhaling to ground. On your next inhale, you'll reach your hands up all the way towards the sky. And at this point, you can interlace your fingers or grab opposite elbow or opposite wrist. Here I'm grabbing onto my left wrist and inhaling as I reach up towards the sky. And exhale, dip over towards the right side, feeling a beautiful stretch along my left side body. Drawing my left shoulder back, maybe bringing my gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhaling here to lengthen, and exhale to sink into this pose just a little bit deeper. And inhale here will bring you back up to center. You can flip your grip here if you need. Continue to inhale as you reach up towards the sky. And exhale here will take you over towards the left side as you feel a beautiful stretch along your right side body. Inhale here to lengthen. And then exhale to sink into this pose just a little bit deeper. Maybe bringing your gaze up towards the ceiling. And inhale here will bring you back up to center. Continue to fill up as you reach towards the sky. And then exhale your hands down to your sides. From here, coming into a standing back bend, you can place your hands on your lower back with your fingers pointing down or upwards. Drawing your elbows together and your shoulder blades together. Open up your heart as you lean back slowly. Maybe bringing your gaze up towards the ceiling as well. Drawing your elbows together and letting your shoulders relax from your ears. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to ground. Your next inhale will bring you back up to a standing position. You can release your hands. From here, let's inhale our arms up overhead. And then exhale as we fold forward. Maybe taking a moment here, grabbing onto opposite elbow and swaying side to side. And inhale, bring you to a flat back, hands to shins. And then exhale to fold. Take a step back with your right foot, coming into a high lunge, and continue to inhale as you rise. And exhale, bring your hands back down to your mat. Step your right foot forward. Exhale your left foot back into a high lunge. And then inhale to rise. Exhale to bring your hands back down to your forward fold. Left foot forward. And continue moving here with your own breath. Stepping back with your right foot. Inhale to rise. And then exhale to fold forward. Connecting your body to your breath here. As you begin to warm up. The next time your left foot's forward, you'll stay in a forward fold. And exhale to let it all go. Inhale to reach out and reach up, coming to a standing position, filling up all the way. Then an exhale to bring your hands down to your sides. From here, we'll flow through 3 rounds of Sun Salutation A, moving with your own breath and making any modifications that you need along the way. We'll inhale as we reach out and reach up. Exhale to fold forward. And inhale to plant your hands onto your mat and step back into a plank. And an exhale to lower down halfway or all the way. An inhale will bring you to Cobra or Up Dog. And an exhale will send your hips straight up and back into Downward Facing Dog. Taking a moment here to check out your alignment. Feet and hands are hip distance apart. And maybe making any movements here that you need. First down dog of the sequence. Notice how you feel right now. On your next inhale, look towards the front of your mat and step or hop your feet towards your hands. An inhale will bring you to a flat back, and an exhale to fold forward. An inhale to reach out and reach up, and an exhale to bring your hands to your sides. Continuing to flow here with your own breath. Inhale to reach out and up, and exhale to fold forward. An inhale to plant your hands onto your mat and step back into a plank. Lowering your knees here if you need. Exhale as you lower down halfway or all the way. An inhale here will bring you to Cobra or Up Dog. And an exhale will send your hips straight up and back. Continue to push the front of your mat away from you as you send your hips higher towards the sky and your heels closer towards your mat. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to ground. Your next inhale, you look towards the front of your mat and step or hop your feet towards your hands. Inhale to flat back. And exhale to fold. And inhale to reach out and up. And an exhale to bring your hands to your sides. Flowing through that one more time. Inhale to reach out and up. And exhale to fold. An inhale, bring you to a plank. And an exhale to lower. Inhale to open up your heart, maybe taking a moment here. And an exhale to send your hips straight up and back. Taking 2 long, deep breaths here. Maybe trying to find some stillness. And rest while you're in down dog right now. On your next inhale, look towards the front of your mat and step or hop your feet towards your hands. Inhale will bring you to a flat back. And an exhale to fold forward. An inhale to reach out and up. And an exhale to bring your hands to your sides. Beautiful work, nice and warm now. Maybe take a moment and roll your shoulders back. Notice how you feel right now. We'll move into chair pose from here. So you can begin here with your feet either hip distance apart or together. You want to energize your inner legs together and inhale to create a nice tall spine. You'll exhale here as you sink into your imaginary chair, keeping your hands here at heart center, or maybe reaching them up above you. And inhale here to lengthen through your fingertips. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And an exhale to sink into this pose just a little bit deeper. For an added challenge, you can try and raise your heels. Beautiful. Your next inhale, you'll reach out and up as you straighten your legs. And bring your hands down to your sides. You'll inhale your arms out and up. Maybe bring your palms together, down to heart center. From here, you'll continue sinking into your chair pose. And you'll open up your chest towards the left side, bringing your left elbow to your right knee. Inhale here to lengthen, and then exhale to ground and to twist. Drawing your right shoulder back. And an inhale here, you reach out and up as you straighten your legs. Twisting to the other side this time. Inhale as you lengthen, reach your fingertips towards the sky. And then an exhale, you'll sink back into your chair pose. This time opening up your chest towards the left side. And bringing your right elbow to left knee. Inhale here to lengthen your spine. And then an exhale to twist. Maybe bringing your gaze up towards the ceiling. An inhale here will bring you back to center. Reach up above as you straighten your legs. And then exhale will bring your hands down to your sides. An inhale here, you reach out and up again. And an exhale to fold forward. An inhale, we'll plant your hands onto your mat and step back into a plank. An exhale, you'll lower down halfway all the way. And an inhale, you'll come into Cobra Up Dog. An exhale, you'll send your hips straight up and back into Downward Facing Dog. You'll inhale your right leg straight up and back, three-legged dog. Drop your right hip so it's parallel with your left. Continue to push the front of your mat away from you with your hands. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale as you look towards the front of your mat and bring your right foot to right thumb. Dropping your back knee here if you need, or creating a nice solid foundation up on your toes. Placing your hands on either side of your right foot here. You can bring your right hand up to your right hip as you open up your chest towards the right side. For an added challenge, you can also straighten this right arm and bring your gaze up towards the ceiling. An inhale here to lengthen, and an exhale here to ground and twist. Drawing your right shoulder blade down. Strengthening that back leg. Inhale here to lengthen. And then an exhale to bring your right hand back down to your mat. Step your right foot back and either meeting in down dog or going through your flow. Exhale as you lower down halfway or all the way. And then inhale to come into Cobra Up Dog. Exhale to send your hips straight up and back into Downward Facing Dog. Maybe taking a couple of breaths here. Finding stillness or movement, whatever your body's craving right now. Let's inhale your left foot straight up and back into three-legged dog. Drop your left hip so it's parallel with your right. And inhale to lengthen as you push the front of your mat away from you with your hands. And inhale will bring your left foot to left thumb. Dropping your back knee here if you need, or staying up in a high lunge. Keeping your hands on either side of your left foot here, creating a nice solid foundation. You'll inhale to lengthen, and then bring your left hand up to your left hip. You can open up your chest towards the left side here. Continue to inhale as you lengthen your spine, and then exhale as you twist. Maybe bringing your left arm straight up overhead, and having your gaze follow as well. Strengthening and straightening that back leg. An inhale to lengthen, and then an exhale to bring your left hand back down to the ground. Stepping your left foot back into your plank, either meeting in down dog or going through your flow. And exhale, take you down halfway or all the way. And an inhale to cobra up dog. And exhale to send your hips straight up and back into downward facing dog. Taking a moment of rest here before moving on. And focusing on your breath. With every inhale, pushing the front of your mat away from you with your hands. With every exhale, sending your hips a little bit higher and your heels just a little bit lower. Your next inhale, you take your right foot straight up and back. And then an exhale, look towards the front of your mat, step your right foot to right thumb. Turn your back heel so you can find your warrior two position. And then inhale to rise. Bringing your arms up to shoulder height here. Keeping that back leg straight and strong. And bending into your right knee. And inhale here to lengthen. And an exhale to sink into this pose just a little bit deeper. And inhale here, you can straighten that front leg and reach up above. And then an exhale to sink back into your warrior two. An inhale here will bring you up. And then an exhale to bring it back down. Moving here with your own breath. And on your next exhale, we'll meet down into your warrior two position. Inhaling to lengthen your spine. And exhale to straighten that back leg, making sure your front knee doesn't go over your toes. From here, we'll extend our warrior, bringing our right elbow to right knee and reach overhead with our left arm. Reaching the crown of your head forward, energizing through the ends of your fingertips as you relax your shoulders. Maybe bring your gaze up towards the ceiling. Using your core, you'll inhale to pull yourself back up to your warrior two. And then we'll reverse our warrior. Inhaling to lengthen. And then an exhale to place your left hand on your back leg and reach up overhead. Inhale here to lengthen. And then exhale to ground. An inhale here will bring you back up to center. And an exhale here, you begin to turn and pivot your body towards the front of your mat. And then exhale as you lower down halfway or all the way. And inhale, cobra up dog. And an exhale, send your hips straight up and back into downward facing dog. Taking 2 breaths here of rest. Beautiful work. Inhale your left foot straight up and back. And then exhale your left foot to left thumb. Turning your back heel in, coming into warrior two position. And an inhale to rise. Lining the heel of your left foot with the arch of your right foot. You'll inhale your arms up to shoulder height. Finding your strong warrior two pose. Inhale here to lengthen through the top of your head. And then exhale to ground. And inhale here, you'll straighten your left leg and reach up overhead. And then an exhale, you'll sink back down into warrior two. Moving here with your own breath, inhaling to rise. And exhaling to ground. Your next exhale, we'll meet back down into warrior two. Following the same routine as the other side. Inhale to lengthen. And then an exhale, you'll bring your left elbow to your front leg and reach overhead with your right arm. Inhaling to lengthen, reach through your fingertips and the crown of your head. And exhale to ground. Drawing your right shoulder back and maybe bringing your gaze up towards the ceiling. An inhale here will bring you back up to center using your core. And an exhale to ground. Reversing our warrior here, we'll bring your right Hand to your back leg and reach overhead with your left arm. Drawing your left shoulder blade back, maybe bringing your gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhaling here to lengthen. Exhaling to sink into your warrior two pose. Your next inhale will bring you back up to center. And pivot your toes towards the front of your mat and step back down into your plank. Exhaling as you lower down halfway or all the way. And inhale to bring you to Cobra Up Dog. And exhale to send your hips straight up and back into Downward Facing Dog. Look towards the front of your mat and step or hop your feet towards your hands. And inhale here will bring you to a flat back. And an exhale to fold forward. And inhale to reach out and up here. And an exhale to bring your hands to your sides. Coming into a yogi squat position from here, I'll take your feet out so they're about wider than hip distance. Toes pointing out slightly and heels inwards. Placing your hands here wherever comfortable for you. And inhaling to create a nice long spine. And exhale, you'll slowly sink into your squat until you're at a depth that's comfortable for you. You can gently rest your elbows on the insides of your legs here, or place a block or a pillow underneath of your seat to make this a little bit more comfortable. Inhaling here to create a nice tall spine. And exhaling as you sink into your squat just a little bit deeper. Maybe finding any movement here that you need. Bringing your hands to the ground. And noticing how one side might feel differently from the other. From here, gently and slowly straightening your legs to bring you back up to a standing position. Inhaling to reach out and up. And an exhale to bring your hands to your sides. Inhale to reach out and up. And an exhale to fold forward. From here, we're going to take a step back with our left foot. So we can open up here towards the right side, coming into Skandinasana pose. You'll stack your right knee over your right heel and have your left foot out at a comfortable position for you. Finding a beautiful stretch here and some strengthening in your lower body. Coming down a little bit more and pivoting on this left foot if it's accessible to you. From here, working your hands towards the middle and walking them over towards the left side, bending into your left knee on this side. Coming to a depth that's comfortable and accessible for you today. Feeling a beautiful stretch. Maybe even coming on further into this pose by pivoting onto your right heel. And then from here, walking your hands back to center and finding some movement and flow between the two sides. Moving here with your own breath. Checking out your mobility and your flexibility in this pose. Maybe staying on one side or the other just a little bit longer. Or continuing here to move with your breath. Once you're back on the right side, pivot yourself towards the front of your mat and step your right foot back to meet your left. Let's exhale as we slowly lower our bodies down all the way to your mat. Taking a moment here, maybe bringing your forehead down to your mat, making sure your feet are about hip distance apart and your hands are next to your chest. Drawing your shoulder blades together, inhale to pull yourself up into Cobra. Relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. finding a point in front of you that you can focus on to lengthen your neck. From here, we'll find ourselves into locust pose. So you're welcome to begin to raise your feet in the back, using your back strength to continue to hold your feet up high from the ground. And maybe eventually taking your arms straight back as well, with your palms facing up, or interlacing your fingers. Inhaling here to lengthen, and exhale to ground. Drawing your legs together, energizing your inner thighs, and keeping your focus straight. Inhale to reach the crown of your head forwards, energizing through the ends of your toes. And then an exhale to release everything to the ground. Bring your hands back to your sides. Let's exhale as we send our hips back into child's pose. Taking a moment here just to rest. We're slowly making your way up to a seated position in your own time. From here, we'll send our feet straight out, legs straight out in front of us. Inhaling here to sit up nice and tall. And an exhale, we'll fold forward. Letting your head relax, feeling a beautiful stretch along your entire back body. Inhale to lengthen, and an exhale just to sink into your forward fold. An inhale here will bring you back up to a seated position. And then we'll bend our right knee and bring the sole of our right foot to the outside of our left leg. You'll inhale here to create a nice tall spine, and an exhale to twist over towards the right. Placing your right hand behind your seat and grabbing a hold of your right leg with your left hand. Drawing your shoulder blades together and relaxing your shoulders from your ears. Maybe bringing your gaze around to the back. Inhaling here to create a nice tall spine, and an exhale to twist. An inhale here will bring you back to center, and an exhale, you'll straighten your right leg. Inhale here to bend into your left leg and bring the sole of your left foot to the outside of your right leg. Inhale here to create a nice tall spine. And then exhale, you can bring your left hand behind your seat and wrap your right arm around your left leg. Inhale here to lengthen, and an exhale to begin to twist further towards the left. Relaxing your shoulders away from your ears, maybe bringing your gaze around to the back. Inhaling to lengthen, and an exhale to twist. An inhale here will bring you back to center, and an exhale, you'll straighten your left leg. From here, we'll find ourselves in a reverse tabletop position. So placing your hands underneath of your shoulders behind you here, and placing your feet directly below your knees. You'll inhale here as you raise your hips up towards the sky, opening up your heart towards the ceiling. Maybe dropping your head back, feeling a nice release in your neck. An exhale here will bring your hips back towards the ground. And an inhale here will bring you back up. Moving here with your own breath at your own speed. Continue bringing yourself back down as you exhale, pulling yourself back up as you inhale. Maybe staying in one position or the other, whatever your body's craving. On your next exhale, we'll meet back into a seated position. We'll find ourselves in the center of our mat, coming into boat pose. Sitting up with a nice tall spine, engaging your core. You can place your hands behind your seat here. You can bring your soles of your feet to your mat. You continue to reach the crown of your head towards the sky. Continue to inhale as you raise your feet up from the ground at a level and a height that's accessible and comfortable for you today. Keeping your hands behind you for some support, or maybe even bringing them around the backs of your legs. Creating a nice tall spine here, engaging your core, maybe even releasing your hands to bring them parallel with your legs in the mat. Challenging yourself here for maybe one more breath. Inhaling here to lengthen. And then an exhale here before you slowly bring everything down to your mat. Maybe challenging yourself to go as slow as you can before finally bringing everything down. From here, let's inhale our knees in towards our chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Maybe rock side to side here. Then inhale your feet straight up towards the sky. We'll exhale as we bring our knees out wider than our ribs so that we can reach through our legs and grab the outsides of your feet or your legs to come into happy baby. Taking a moment here and maybe rocking side to side as you feel a nice gentle release here in your hips. You're welcome to stay here if this is good for you and you don't want to add anything extra to the end of your sequence today, but I'm going to sneak in a little bit more work. So let's inhale our feet up towards the sky and release your hands from your legs. Exhale as we bring our knees back down out wider to our chest, returning to that happy baby position. Continuing to move here with your own breath. Inhale to send your feet up, and then exhale to bring your knees back down. Moving here with your own breath. And on your next exhale, bring your knees back down towards your chest. Release your left leg and keep holding on to your right. Coming into wind relieving pose, feel a gentle massage with your leg against your upper body here. A nice gentle hip release. From here, let's exhale your right leg straight out, and then inhale your left knee in. Feeling a gentle massage along this side, gentle release in your hip. From here, inhale your right knee in to meet your left. Give yourself a nice big final squeeze. And then from here, you'll exhale your feet out into your final resting position. Letting your feet come wider than your hips here, and relaxing your toes, and relaxing your legs. Find a comfortable position underneath of your shoulders. And let your palms face up with a natural curl in your fingers. Returning here back to your natural breath. Maybe taking one final inhale, filling up completely and all the way. And then exhaling to let it all go. Recognizing all of the hard work that you've put into your practice on your mat today. Maybe bringing some awareness back to your intention and noticing how you feel. From here, I'll just give you a few moments to stay here, present on your mat in this moment before returning back to your day. Trying not to fidget here for the last few moments of your practice. Fighting the urge to move or move on right now. And when your final resting pose, your Savasana, has felt complete, you can start to bring some awareness back to your fingers and toes and reach up overhead. Maybe nice big morning stretch. Bring your hands and your ankles together. And maybe take your feet and your hands over towards the right side of your mat, creating this banana shape and feeling a nice, beautiful stretch along your right side or along your left side. From here, then maybe taking your hands and feet over towards the other side, feeling a stretch all along your right side. And then bringing everything back to center, and eventually making your way onto one side before slowly pushing yourself up to a seated position. I really hope you enjoyed this strengthening sequence today. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below here. Anything that you're looking forward to seeing here on Public Myth in Motion videos. And I look forward to teaching you again soon. Thank you.